then when we would land, we would talk to them and say, hey, go clear a bigger LZ, and then maybe they can bring in a Black Hawk. So it was.
We have no power, we have no running water, but I'm just so pissed off that I've got to make this clear. We got a notification from FEMA. I'm guessing that's FEMA for Tennessee. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's supposed to be the disaster relief people, but they were like, do not donate your time. We don't want you to donate time unless we ask for you, and we don't want you to donate stuff to other people. You need to just donate money and stuff to us and get your instructions from us and listen to us. What? And then they said yesterday, we don't go into areas that the roads are not easily accessible.
There's no way to get there other than on foot or flying. They're not going to let us go on foot. They're not going to. I don't know why. They're just... Listen, I'm literally learning shit, and I'm telling y'all, or trying to tell y'all, because I can't even fucking tell y'all everything. People are asking, why don't we use animals or four-wheelers and stuff like that? They have to approve of whatever that is. They have to approve it before we're able to do it. Does that make any sense? If they don't approve it, we cannot do it. What y'all don't know is there's a chain of command. We can only do so much that we can only do what we're allowed to do. Does that make any sense?
We did calculate weight and balances before we took off for these flights. And you can just see how tight it is. This is where the MD 500 shines. And the residents were putting X's on the roads where we could possibly... I do feel a little weird putting stuff like this on social media. However, the awareness I feel we brought to the area made it worth it. There's over $350,000 on the Hope Mill Fund Relief Group GoFundMe. And also they started up a pilot jet fuel GoFundMe. There's a lot of helicopters flying. By the end of day 2, there was 37 helicopters, private helicopters, on site at Hickory Airport helping out. Basically, day 1, this wonderful woman named Erin from the Hope Mill Fund GoFundMe, we just met her at the airport, and she's like, can you take these supplies to this spot? And we just went. And then we come back. And then day 2, Operation Airdrop, these guys organized a lot of pilots. And they had a good plan. And they deployed us correctly. A lot of the critically injured or in need people have been helped, but there's still more. And the government assets are showing up like crazy. There's Chinooks and Blackhawks everywhere. There's a C-17 Globemaster at the airport, and they're working like crazy. So here's an LZ from day 1. We just saw people standing here, and we had a helicopter full of supplies. So we dropped here, dropped this stuff off, and hauled some people out. Relatively easy. This was probably the hardest landing I did. You got power lines there on the left, a house directly under the helicopter right now. This takes every ounce of horsepower the helicopter has, and we're also full of supplies. Now we did calculate weight and balances before we took off for these flights, and you can just see how tight it is. This is
huge support. We pulled up to 2 different locations. We asked some sheriffs, we asked some other fire departments. They're all leading us to the command post, which is FEMA. They're not going to allow us to do anything. We just can't get anywhere. Nobody's allowing us to put boots on the ground, get saws started, things cleaned up.
All right, we got to think about getting out of here because this is going to be. James, you all right, bud?
There are entire towns that there is no way in or out. Those roads are not drivable because of the mudslides. There are currently civilians digging that mudslide out with their bare fucking hands. And the government is currently trying to arrest people who are delivering supplies via helicopter. They are threatening to arrest those people. They are threatening to arrest people who are trying to fucking help people survive. You want to know what Kamala Harris is doing right now? You want to know what Joe Biden's doing? Joe Biden said we're doing all that we can for North Carolina. Kamala Harris is currently having a fundraiser for her campaign in LA and Las Vegas. Not for the people in North Carolina or Tennessee. For her fucking campaign.